It's very interesting, very interesting. That's probably the biggest news I've heard today. Oh, we're live. Welcome to Toffee TV. Yeah, we're live. Welcome to Toffee TV. With very interesting news. Tell me more about it later. Yeah. But I think it could change the course
of the day.
Maybe life. Maybe life. I think it's life altering. But we'll leave it for another time. Yeah, okay. I don't think the people want to be bored with it.
No, God, no.
No, God,
not with that kind of thing,
though. No, not at all. Not at all. Welcome to Toffee TV.
We'll know in the summer anyway, won't we?
Well, we'll see. Dreams do come true.
It will happen.
Dreams do come true.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Toffee TV. It is live at 5 on YouTube.
Hello.
Get your questions in, anything. But, listen, we have a rule here at Live at 5. If they're not very good, we just won't read them out. You've got to entertain us. You've got to make us think. You've got to have a question that automatically sets the tone for the whole show. I mean, James has started with an excellent one. He says, would you rather fight one horse-shaped sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? See, I'd rather fight one horse-sized duck because I feel like then you've got one target.
There's a focus then.
You can wear it down. Yeah. You could be fighting all these little horse ducks, but they could be coming from all over your place. Anyone who's seen Jurassic Park 2 will know that. You know, it's when they've got those little
Divide
things.
And conquer.
But it's all those little ones that he thinks, oh, these are only little, and they start just getting little bites of them.
And wears them down.
They wears them down, and in the end, they just all take a little bite out of him, and then he's on the floor in no time.
I mean, there's 100 horses there. I know they're only duck size, but 100.
Ducks? I wouldn't want to fight 100 ducks.
Yeah, not horse size. Duck-sized horses.
I wouldn't want to fight 100 duck-sized ducks.
No. Horses,
you know what I mean?
As well, run a pace, take your legs gone, and you're on the floor.
One large object
Terrifying.
you can see coming.
Well, it's 1v1, isn't it? And that's where you've got to take your chance with.
That's what you've got to take your chance. That's the kind of question that
James is all over it. Hello, Gary. Hello, Gary.
Gary says howdy. Paul Cato says hello, Gary.
See?
Ben H says bonjour, Gary. Well, I mean, you be careful with the international stuff. No spreading that around. Tom Walsh says, who let the dogs out?
Baha boys, wasn't
it? It was. But if you're going to let your dogs out, do it in a safe manner, either on a lead or
in your garden, which is enclosed.
Yeah, or responsibly, because you might be letting your dog run off, but if other people have got dogs on their lead, their dogs might be on lead for a reason. And if they see a dog getting run around, it's not fair. It's not fair that on the dogs that are on leads.
Remember when dogs did used to run freely on the streets years ago?
White.
And he does see white
dog
too.
muck.
White dog.
Remember white dog?
Why was white dog?
Because people never picked it up, and people do now pick it up.
So it just went white.
But it went white because it was there for ages. Oh. I'm sure if you left yours there for a while, it'd go
all
white.
Right, mate.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, move on.
But we're civilised now, and people tend to pick it up. Some people don't, and they're absolute tramps.
Yeah.
Absolute tramps.
Moful.
Get your likes up before Baz kicks off. Literally.
It's embarrassing that. There's 35 likes from 100 people watch. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
You're embarrassed for them on behalf of them?
No, I am totally. I'm totally embarrassed for them. In a minute, that'll be 400 watching and like 92 likes. Imagine being 1 in 4. Something that goes like that.
Sophie Gallagher says, evening lads, is it time to give Moise Keane and Anthony Gordon more chances? Don't ever want to see that Sigurdsson ever again, along with Michael Keane. Let's deal with the first part of the question.
I think there's certain games you can maybe think about playing them in. At home, maybe the last 3 home games we've got Southampton, Bournemouth.
Well, the last 3 home games won't be played till October though.
No, believe it. So then we can play that fellow I was telling you who's signing in the summer.
No,
I think it's good. It was good that they both got on at the bridge at the weekend. Obviously, it was rubbish circumstances, but it was good that they got some minutes. But it's easy to say, yeah, let's play them, but then to play Moise Keane, we probably have to move Richarlison out to the wing, which is fine, but then he's playing really well as a striker. Anthony Gordon could go on the other side or could play off the right. So maybe he could come into the team and it wouldn't affect the team as much.
Yeah.
But again, it's protecting him. That's why I think you choose the games for them. But certainly they're ones, in my opinion, that are banging on the door.
But Sophie makes a good point because, she's mentioning the likes of, Sigurdsson, and we're sitting here, we've done the podcast today with Steve, We've spoke about Sigurdsson, we spoke about the team. And you do get like almost preconditioned. It was almost like getting preconditioned to playing 4-5-1. You don't ever feel like you can get away from it, so you don't even change it in your own eyes. Now, that you don't do it with the sat here every week going, no one would have even entertained saying let's play 4-4-2 in like our starting 11s and stuff. No, but you never did it in starting 11. You never. That's what I'm saying. You just copy, don't you?
Well, you start doing what you think they'll do.
Yeah, exactly. So,
isn't it?
So what you could do is go, you know what? Actually, if it was me, I would play with Richarlison from the right or from the left because I know he'll give equal. I know where Moise Keane will come on, and we've got to see how he is for next season and that kind of thing. So, and then you think about someone like Sigurdsson, you think, I don't want Sigurdsson in my team, but yet you can't really see the team without Sigurdsson. It's weird the way we get ourselves into these situations. Yes, the Copa del Rey final between Atletico Bilbao and Real Sociedad has been postponed due to the coronavirus, as all football should be. All football should be cancelled right now. Right now, it should all be cancelled. We'll talk about that. Anyone's got any good questions or observations about the coronavirus, please get them in. We did the podcast, as I said, and we did the whole middle section on it because it really is important to have a chat about this. Yeah, let's have a little look. What else is happening in the world? Connell says, how many players in the current squad do you think are good enough for Everton to progress as a side and be regular in European football? For me, only Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, Holgate, Moise Keane, Gomez, Bernard, Mina, Iwobi, Baines and Dean are up to the level. The rest of the squad have to be phased out over the next few windows.
So he's mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think there's many I disagree. Well, I don't think there's any I disagree with there. Is there any that aren't on there that you'd have? I think Coleman is a good squad player.
Well, if Dean's in there, then Coleman should be.
No, Baines is there.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry, if Baines is in there, Coleman
should probably be as a squad player. 31, good to have around. Places a good backup.
Anthony Gordon,
squad player. I think he could be a squad player
for the next couple of years.
Lewis Gibson potentially. But when you look, so you're looking at like Sidibe, there's a decision to be made on him in the summer. I don't think we'll take it up, but that's the decision. Michael Keane looks a little bit off it. I think he'll be, with 2 years left on his deal, they've got to make a decision with him. Schneiderlin, Sigurdsson, I don't think they're good enough, to be honest. Walcott's 31, getting any younger, so that's the... We've already done a video this week about Tom Davis potentially needing a loan before they make a decision on him. So, yeah, I'd probably go along with your assessment there. I mean, I see you haven't included Gabaman, and that's probably because you hadn't seen him. If Gabaman is back to what he was like last season for Mainz, he'll be a good player for Everton, and he'll be an important player for Everton. And we've got him, so I would include him in that group because I think he should be in that group until you play your way out of that group, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'd agree with your assessment there. I don't see any that he's left out to you of that group. Who you would say? I still think with Pickford. I'm not sure either way. It's the reality with Jordan Pickford. Yeah. I'm really not sure either way. I would have said 6 months ago, yeah, definitely he'll be in there, but I can't 100% say with any certainty that he should be our goalie moving forward. But
yeah, good list. And yeah, Connell, I've got your video, mate. Just haven't had time to do anything with it. Connor Gerrard says, hi lads, following on from the City game being cancelled, do you think the game with Liverpool will either be cancelled or played behind closed doors? If it's behind closed doors, how do you think we'll fare against the other side with no fans? Well, if they do make a decision, it should be to call the game off. There should not be any games behind closed doors. That is just as problematic as playing games in a stadium. And it would be even worse, actually, because in a stadium, you'd have 40,000 people, but they'd all be sitting next to each other and you'd only come into contact with a certain amount. If imagine what the pubs of Liverpool would be like on Monday night. There's a huge amount of Atletico fans gathering in Williamson Square. That's hygienic.
You can't even watch their own team in their own country.
Yeah. Imagine what the pubs would be like Monday night.
COVID cases soaring in Madrid.
Yeah. And
told not to travel yet, they're all here.
Well, they shouldn't have travelled because the game shouldn't be on. No game should be on this week. No game should be on. Absolutely none. Europa League games have been called off because they're between Spanish and Italian teams. So what's the difference? No game should be on this week, and no game should be on next week. And it's the international break. And whether you agree, whether you don't agree, I'm not bothered. Yeah. There should not be any games on this week. The Merseyside derby should not be going ahead, as it should no Premier League games, as far as I'm concerned. It shouldn't be behind closed doors, because it doesn't matter if it's behind closed doors. People will want to watch the game. They aren't going to sit at home and watch it. They're going to go to the pub and watch it. That means you're going to get, let's say, 20,000 plus people on Merseyside over the weekend, on Monday night, in pubs watching a game of football, shoulder to shoulder, right? There should not be any games. It's just been declared as a what was it? Proper pandemic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just been declared as a pandemic, right? People will get ill and people will die. Maybe you won't, I won't, anyone in this room won't. But who's to say someone related to you won't because they're in the list of like people who can? It doesn't. It to me, it blows my mind that we are letting money and sporting events dictate against people's health. It's absolutely mad. Absolutely mad.
Gary Lineker said the season should be cancelled.
And honestly, I
and the Herrera said it's good to remember that football without fans is nothing.
Well, I'm not being funny, right? I personally believe that Everton should cancel the game on Monday night. They should take it upon themselves to cancel it. I think it's completely irresponsible to play a game of football when there's a threat of people getting sick. We will probably, a lot of us will get sick, right? Because we do not have the immune system to cope with something. It's new, and we don't have the antibodies to deal with it. I'm honestly staggered. I'm staggered by the fact that the games haven't been called off. And what's even madder is the Arsenal cancellation, Man City cancellation, proves how mad it is, because Arsenal players and staff were in the same room as the owner of Olympiacos, right? So then Arsenal played West Ham since, and they played Portsmouth, which means that West Ham players could have it. Portsmouth players could have it, which means West Ham's game really on Saturday should be off. Portsmouth played Fleetwood last night, so Fleetwood players could have it.
Portsmouth played at the weekend as well.
Exactly. That's how quickly, because you don't know. You don't know. So we could all be in the stadium on Monday, we could all feel great and healthy, right? Some of us mightn't be. Some of us might already have it. And yet you're passing it on to people. It's, honestly, I can't even understand how football can continue. And it comes down to money. That's all it comes down to, doesn't it, in the end?
Yeah, it seems that way. We've got it on the NHS. It doesn't make people unnecessarily ill. It doesn't stop you going to work or whatever. And then they knock on for like the economy, if you want to look at it that way. So there's a lot more to it than just being a case of, well, we're all going to die, because we're not all going to die. A very small percentage of people are dying from it, but we can stop it being spread to the masses, which will then obviously increase people being ill and death, won't it? Because the more people that get it, obviously the chances of it being more serious raise, and we can do that by putting a halt to anything. There's an international break in a couple of weeks. Why not just stop the footy now until after the international break, and then assess where we are? If we haven't got hold of it after the international break, then I think the season will be cancelled.
So there's a couple of people in the comments, right, who don't just, I'm not going to name them, but your stupidity is shining through massively, right? Because this is not about you, right, as such. So if you're healthy and you get this, you'll be all right, pretty much. But what if you don't know you've got it, and you go to see somebody who isn't healthy for whatever reason, or is old, and their immune system can't cope with it, right? So imagine they turn up at hospital on any other time of the year, let's say. The hospital will treat them and they'll be all right. But think about the hospital that every single person turns up and they've got it. The hospital can't cope with it because they don't have the staff, they don't have the beds, they don't have the basic things to help you, right? So it's because everyone's going to get it all at once. That's why people are going to die. That's why people are dying in Italy. That's the point. You might be fine. It might go away. It might come like the flu and go. But that's not the point. It's going to stretch everybody's ability to cope with it. Financially, people being off work and sick with sickness. Then people can't pay their mortgages. There's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff that you've got to think about. Don't be selfish and think, oh, well, I'll be all right, so then it'll be all right. It's really going to stretch the country, and it's gonna make people sick, and it's going to kill some people. And for the sake of sport, we shouldn't be allowing that to happen. So things like flu and things like colds, you'll get, and we can deal with them because we know how to deal with them. People don't know how to deal with this. There's no cure to it. So
well, it's just en masse. That's the problem. It's not even the thing, I don't think. It's en masse.
Yeah,
is the issue.
It stretches the ability to look after people. As someone just said there, in Italy, the hospitals are being overcrowded, and that's what would happen here. And actually, in Italy, they've got more beds than we have. You know, this is why I can't understand why.
Just get ahead of the curve.
Yeah, get ahead of it. Close everything down for a couple of weeks. Get it slowed right down, and then come back after the international break and say, you know what, we can deal with it now. We can deal with it. But if everyone all gets, because it's coming into the country now, everyone's going to get sick that quick. Paul, I don't really even want to read that comment out. Paul, 123, because it's a good comment. I just don't want to unnerve anyone. No, this is going to take time. This is going to take time to deal with. But think about it. We're only helping it by all gathering in one place. We're only, but we are. The mad thing is on this. If the game's on Monday, we'll all be there, because that's how our brains work. You know, that's how our brain. We're not all just not going to turn up. We will be there. We need it not to be on, so not be there. As mad as, but people won't go, and that's sad as well. Andy Walker says
78 likes. Really?
Andy Walker says, I won't be going to the derby no matter what, as I'm a carer for my 99-year-old mother, and I can't risk her catching coronavirus off me. I won't sell my ticket either in case Red gets older. There you go. That's a prime example of someone who can't go to the game, not because of himself, but because of somebody else. And that's the way everyone should be thinking. Don't be thinking, well, if I get it, it's all right. You should be thinking, if I get it, I could pass it on to someone who hasn't got the health of me. And Vlad, close all flights to China and Italy. It's here, mate. It's here.
It should have been done weeks ago, but they didn't, so it's too late now. It's actually dropping in China. The cases are dropping.
Because
they're on the downward curve now. So
what China and Italy have shown us is that if you don't deal with it straight away, if you don't recognise it, if you don't put things in place to stop it, then it'll run away from you in the short term, and you can't get that back. I think Japan has shown, if you get over it straight away and just say to people, no, stay in. And they'll be like, well, we haven't got it yet, and we don't want you to get it, so stay in. And it'll all be... Japan is like totally flatlined. It's fine.
Matthew Lamb says Chester is class.
Yeah, I mean, some people go on holiday to Chester.
Do they?
Yeah.
There you go. Chester's used there, isn't
Who's
it?
put
I
this
think
on
he
there?
likes that as well.
Shrikar, sorry. It's the tower, mate. The Everton tower, available on the Toffee TV shop, if you'd like it. Ella said, should the government ban... Where's it gone? I think it was more than 500 people collecting together.
In France, they've said no more than 1,000, haven't they? But I think that's going to be reduced as well. It's reduced, obviously, in places like Italy. In Italy, they threaten to shoot you if you go outside, which is a bit extreme. But
thing is, right, we can blame a lot of people for this in terms of the state of our NHS, and we can blame those same people for how they've reacted to it. But this is not just the government. This is the Premier League. The Premier League should do this. John O'Fantastico, though, makes a really... He asks a really good question, pivotal question.
Go ahead.
Have you ever had a battered sausage?
No, and I never would.
No?
No. God, no.
What would it...
They wouldn't take...
No.
Nothing. Okay? Nothing.
Okay. Do you like sausage?
Sometimes. I like chili flavour. There has to be like chopped meat, has to be chili flavour.
Okay.
Yeah. Something like that. Couldn't just have a normal.
There's a joke in there.
Well, I'm not going to play your silly little...
Do you like fish?
Things.
Like from the chippy?
It's all right.
So you like... So fish and chips, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm not going to have a battered sausage.
Right, I'm just trying to put the two together.
You'd have a battered Mars bar, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I'd have a battered sausage though. I would.
Why would you have a battered?
Because it's...
No.
British CPA says, how about the Avengers campus pics? Go and look at them on Nerd Social Club. How about, Aaron, you shove it? How about you shove it, eh? How about you know what you're doing? You know what you're doing, Aaron. You're getting a knife and you're sticking it in and you're twisting it. You know what you're doing. But if you want to go and see those pics, check them out, Nerd Social Club on Twitter. Very good site, I believe.
What is it?
It's a Twitter account and also a podcast dedicated to all things nerds. All the latest news is on there. Okay. There's been a Disney thing today, and they've shown all the upcoming stuff. One of them being the Avengers campus in California, opening exactly a month after I go.
There you go.
Shaq Dev says, I really apologise if I says, do you guys love Indian? Do you guys like Indian food?
Yes.
I love Indian food. In fact, I am making a curry tonight. From scratch.
Well done.
From scratch.
Good.
Just saying.
That's what I like to see.
Putting it out there.
That is what I like to see.
Steve smirking. Why are you smirking?
It's making me hungry. I want to
Steve makes curry. Steve was watching us. Remember, every night. I'm in the garden, lads, just making the curry. I'm having a beer, watching us in the summer, living the dream. We were like, yeah, nice one, Steve. Where are you starving and you're cooking?
If you think using the Just Eat app is making a curry, then did somebody say Just Eat?
The best takeaway.
We had these people who lived opposite our houses, and I just ended up calling them the Just Eat people, because every night there was just a takeaway every night, and people, me missus go, who's that can? I go, it's Just Eat.
There you go.
Tremendous.
There you go. Listen, 90 likes. No, hang on.
All right.
90 likes. I want that over 100. There's 243 you're watching. If you don't want to like it, go and watch Countdown or something that's on the other side.
No, just watch it.
No,
watch the video.
Click the like
you can click the like.
Do it now. Takes a second. Do it now. Takes a second.
Jay Davis, 1878, says chili sausage rolls at Old Trafford are 6 out of 10.
6 though.
Okay, just saying.
6 out of 10's not going to entice you, is it? Is a 6 out of 10 going to entice you?
Brian Farrell asks a fantastic question.
Okay, that's good.
I'm slightly moving he's asked the question, but I'm going to slightly move it on slightly. If you had to eat one food to save your life,
yeah,
and you only had 2 things in front of you,
oh, for God's sake,
would it be an orange club or a battered sausage?
A battered sausage.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Because I've never had one, so it doesn't make the thought of Orange Club has just made a little bit of sick.
I can't believe you've never had a battered sausage. I don't think you've really lived, have you?
Why would I want one? Have you had one, have you?
I think so, yeah.
Well, there you
Matty, have you ever had a battered sausage?
You've had a bloody pickled egg, haven't you?
No, I don't like pickled egg.
Battered Mars bars.
Have you had one of them?
No.
I wasn't sure if you'd had it, because I thought...
In Chester, that's a
I thought that would have been slightly out of your comfort zone, a battered sausage.
Yeah.
Matty revealed to us before that he took his missus on a break to Chester.
Whoa. Whoa. A break.
But what did he say? A holiday?
A holiday.
I was trying to be nice.
No, he said he went on holiday to Chester. He went on holiday to Chester. We put it to Billy. We said to Billy, would you ever go on holiday to Chester? Billy said, I'd probably call it a trip, not a holiday.
And he said to him, where did you go? And he went, I want to go to Chester Zoo in Cheshire Rocks.
That's how he said it.
When Billy's been to St Helens and then he compares Chester to St Helens, he'll call
it
a dream, not holiday.
Billy's from Shrewsbury. He mixes with the Ostrosley Massive and the Telford local lads. He ain't coming to St Helens. He ain't taking that step down, sunshine. You're messing with the big dog here in the Minshall. Him and George would run St Helens, run. They'd come to the ice bar, walk up to the front door and just take the gaff over. That's what he'd do.
St Helens got an ice bar.
Oh, it's called the ice bar.
It's been shut down because
Not if the Minshalls had
'Cause
all
it
of it.
melted.
The Minshalls would walk up.
Because of what?
Violence and assault.
See, Minshalls would sort that straight up. The Minshalls
Minshalls are the
would
craze of today.
would just put the word out on the street that the Minshalls were in town and everything was okay.
Yeah.
The licensing committee would run. They would run down and give them a license straight away and say, keep this town safe for his sons. Keep this town. And the Minshalls will go, of course we will.
I don't think we have a license committee since
You do, you do.
You will have one.
Head cavemen.
Maybe, but they still have. J. Davis, 1878. No, Terry's chocolate orange. I don't mind. I can actually eat that.
Hang on, Stuart. What? I don't even know what that comment refers to. I'm sort of thinking what it refers to, but I can't honestly say it on here because it's.
Oh, the Vaseline.
Yeah. What exactly? Why? How do those two things go together? Don't get me wrong. In stockpile and toilet roll maybe for it, but I mean, come on. Come on. Why else that work?
Paul 123. Thank God he swerved Marino. By the way, I know.
Stuart. Oh, hang on. Whoa. We've got beef. We have got beef on the Matty front here. Stuart says Cheshire Oaks is in Ellesmere Port, not Chester.
He's right.
Yeah, he is.
Well, we know he's right.
We know he's right.
Did you just mean Matt because it was within driving distance to Cheshire Oaks? It was like a day out from your holiday.
I went on the bus.
Okay, he was going on a date trip. Part of his holiday. You know when you go on holiday?
Zony.
It's an excursion for Matty from his Chester holiday. We're going, love, hey, listen love, I've booked us an excursion tomorrow. Cheshire Oaks.
Never go on holiday somewhere that's in the same zone as you live in.
He's living the tea.
Oh.
He knows. Jono Fantastico says the ice bar is still open, lad. So, Matty, what's going on?
What's going on?
Ice bar's still open.
It was on St. Helens Star that they shut in.
It's on St. Helens Star.
No, it wasn't. I'm wrong.
He's wrong.
Breeze Bar it was.
Everton.
Oh, the Breeze Bar.
Brave. Everton Nomad says Telford well below anywhere bar Glasgow.
Billy agrees. Billy's like that.
What's
Ruined it.
What's that one? Michael Barrett says the only thing more imposing than the Minshalls are the Runcorn Swan Massive.
You know what?
You know what I love? I love the fact that this show's become episodic. Is that you have to watch it every Wednesday to understand the jokes.
How hard do you reckon Jesus Siegel would be? How do you think he'd get on with the Runcorn Massive?
He would be like the equivalent of a Minshall.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
APG video samples
Okay.
says, hi guys, just found out that my favourite takeaway is a hygiene rating of 1. Would you still use them? If the food's nice and you haven't personally had an upset stomach, then just jog on.
Carry on. It's up to you. Do you like it? Do you think you should be eating from there?
I always thought the hygiene didn't really matter because once you cooked it, you were getting rid of all the germs anyway.
It's only if the hands.
Yeah, I mean, if rats are licking out of the curry while it's getting there,
that's not good.
Then I wouldn't use it.
Although it's still hot, you think it could still? Yeah. I think it comes down to personal choice.
It does.
Really?
It does. Nick H says they've all got 6 fingers and 8 toes in Ellesmere Port, and maybe that's why he felt so comfortable going there.
Laughing his head off.
My own kind.
Blue Boy Stew says, okay, Ped, would you have a battered Mars bar or date Anne Widdicombe? Would I have a battered Mars bar? I don't think they're disgusting. I've just never had one, and I wouldn't choose to have one. But if I was given that choice, then I'd just have a battered Mars bar. It's not going to kill me, is it?
Well, I mean, not yet. A few years it would.
Jono Fantastic says, don't mess with the St. Helens sausage batterers.
There you go.
It's a rule to live your life by.
It is a rule. I think it's a rule.
It's a rule to live your life by.
You've got to.
Connor says, hi lads, following on from the city. Oh, we've done that, haven't we? Lines says, even lads and fellow blues was wondering, lads, if we were to sell our youngsters, would it have a bearing on our FFP? I mean, our 23s or younger. Baz.
It would have a bearing on it, yeah, because it's profit coming in, and especially if they've been trained by the club, it's pure profit. But how much money would we get for them realistically? Is there anybody in the 23s who we'd make
What if
decent money on.
what if FC Megaphone United we're looking at buying them and maybe offered us, I don't know, Megan Feeney? Said I think they'd probably be looking at Megan Feeney for about
Who's Megan Feeney?
Megan Feeney, Morgan Feeney.
Thinking of, I know like Michelle and like the women have had
No,
an
we've got
investment
to like hide the fact of who these players are. So
Oh,
Morgan
okay.
Feeney, right?
You
50.
go ISS Pro 98 there with
Yeah,
black men.
full on.
Castro and all that.
Yeah. So Morgan Castro.
Yeah.
So 50 million from FC Megaphone.
12 million it do, because then obviously reinvesting that, you'd have £12 million profit reinvesting it. We're going to do something on amortisation actually, possibly with John.
But it'll have to be with John.
No, but I've got another person as well who might do it. We might do two slightly different ones, but it'll be interesting. But that kind of thing. But it would make a difference, yeah. But it's how much we'd get for players.
Gareth, I'm not really taking your point on this, but I'm going to read it anyway. And so it begins with City and Arsenal off. 2 world wars and that ban halted our progress as a club. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you meant it was going to halt our progress on our club. Poetic justice, the coronavirus does the same to them and the season cancelled. I'm taking one for the team, and I've spent a day at the airport hugging and shaking hands with everyone getting off Italian flights, and now I'm licking every hard surface I can find. Funny enough, that's what Matty was doing earlier, but he didn't know he was spreading any diseases. It's just part of his culture.
Not funny, but someone in London had a coronavirus mask on, has just been arrested for licking the handrails on the tube. Arrested by the police. So there you go.
What would be the charge? No, genuinely, and what would be the charge?
Licking a pole. In public.
That has been an arrestable offence for a while.
Exactly.
Same as
But
licking
you know, when you go down the docks, if you do it properly.
Same as licking a battered sausage.
They didn't charge me anything.
Did he not? You got away with it, man.
Away with it.
He said you do it for free. Bobby C says, the 1962-63 season was extended by 4 weeks and the FA Cup rescheduled to after that because of multiple postponed matches due to the big freeze during December through March. By the way, Everton won the league that season.
1963.
Yeah.
Fair play, Bob.
There you go.
That's it.
The problem is, and this is the problem. If UEFA said we're not having the Euros this summer, we're going to have it next summer, there wouldn't be any problems.
Yeah.
See, every league would go, Sam will take a month off. But because UEFA are saying you've got to get the league finished by this time, because Italy there's something on.
I was going to say, I've got it.
Hang on.
Well, hang on a sec.
We'll hand over to Steve. Hang on.
All right, one sec though. UEFA aren't saying that. UEFA are saying we prefer all the leagues cancelled to make sure the Euros go ahead.
But
so,
have you got the Italy stuff, Steve?
Yeah,
There he
so
is.
I seen Gab Marcotti
Go on.
tweeted something about it last night. So the Italian FA are mulling over 3 options based on when and if the situation allows Serie A to start again. So number 1 would be declare title vacant, assign Euro spots based on current standings, no relegation. Option 2, season over, title relegation based on table. And number 3 would be playoffs for title / relegation.
There you go.
They're the 3 options that they're mulling over.
So
it'll be the number 1.
A lot of people are saying number 3 would be the most likely. I don't know. But,
Who
yeah.
knows?
but
So
there you go.
playoffs for title relegation.
Yeah, that's the problem. The Premier League and everyone else does not want to get into that situation, and they'd rather we all just played on every week, and they'd be like, "Boy, I don't care if people get sick.
Yeah.
We'd rather have a legitimate season where we play the games and then we're through it." The idea of a league not being able to finish would be, well, put it this way, it would cause so many headaches in the relegation, the European spots.
Yeah, I don't think you could do number 2.
No,
That
whoever
means-
wins the league, Liverpool would.
It's gonna be number 1, mate.
I think if put it this
Gonna be
way,
cancelled. Telling you.
if they said we're cancelling the league, Liverpool would just go, we're taking you to court straight away.
Well, they can do, but you can't win and
No, I'm just saying, and I'd fully understand that if they did, because they're the runaway,
you'd have
the
to.
runaway winners. We know that.
Give them an asterisk on the kit.
Don't
You made
asterisks, Juventus have got loads of
Give
asterisks.
them half a league, 18 and a half titles. That'd be good.
And it's gone off. Yeah, go back on. It went off for a minute then.
Weird.
Internet just went a little bit weird. I think it's when we were about Liverpool not winning the league. I think The
red men pulled it out for
yeah,
you.
the red men were like, you can't be talking about that.
Don't be
Otherwise,
shy.
I'll give you a battered sausage.
Covered in coronavirus.
Keith Powell says, hi lads, Amsterdam calling. Can you two or anyone else advise me on who Liam Walsh is, aka the next Messi, ex-Everton 22-year-old, or have I been dreaming this? He plays for
Liam
Coventry.
Walsh plays for Coventry.
Is he still on loan from Bristol City?
I think he might. I don't know.
Yeah.
Been
We
playing,
sold him to
he's been
Bristol
playing
City.
well, I think.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's
Too small, though,
he's
isn't he?
only a little bit. He's a little bit small. He plays centre of the park. He played in the first Premier League 2 winning team 3 years ago. He was brilliant, but he is a little bit small.
Tank, isn't he?
Yeah, and he just keeps everything ticking over. But he went to Bristol City for about $1 million, I think.
Yeah.
And he was in and out. That he did play against United in the. They played United in one of the cups, didn't he?
Yeah.
A few years ago, he
That
played
season,
really
yeah.
well when he had Joe Bryan and that,
Yeah.
wasn't it? But
He rated him higher than Tom, didn't he,
yeah,
at the time,
yeah,
I think?
yeah.
So,
He's a cracking footballer, but just a little bit too small. But he's gone to Coventry and he's doing really well at Coventry now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Liam Walsh.
Bobby says, you have a bucket list?
Nope.
I don't know. I just live every day to its fullest.
Yeah.
Gary Lee Johnson has thrown up the killer, literally the killer question.
killer
there.
question.
I don't think we can really talk about that, Gary, but we know why you've said it, because your name is very much like a serial killer.
Oh, okay.
That's why, isn't
Again,
it? That's
it
why.
just runs, doesn't it?
It
Just runs. Do you, Gary? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's the real
Do
question.
you?
Josh says, what is your favourite away game you've ever been to? Away game? Wolfsburg, Nuremberg, Man City when beat them 5-2.
That's a classic.
Leeds when Ray Mooney scored the winner.
Mooney's
Oh, that was
Mooney's
incredible.
one was
Incredible.
a belt. Stoke in the FA Cup in 84, January 84, and it turned.
Incredible.
Turned our season. That was
Absolutely
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah, those kind of ones. Rooney was incredible
Oh,
at
incredible.
Leeds. That was just
Felt
51 years.
Felt like something else, didn't it? Felt like
was-
something
yeah.
was on the horizon that
Yeah,
day.
the way
That's what was like. That day was what like people were probably expecting on Sunday against Chelsea. Like that tangible feeling that something was about to change.
Yeah.
And with it being Rooney and Moyes coming in, it did feel like
felt
something
like
was
it.
about to change. It was a huge moment. But of course, we didn't have anything to back it up because we didn't have any money. Keith says, watched the Valencia versus Atalanta last night, and although it was 3-4 or whatever, it was really bad. No atmosphere, ended up like a train. That was behind closed doors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Degsy says, hi guys, just there to spread the love this evening. I mean, that's all you're spreading. I was due to have a couple of visitors from the Italian supporters group for the derby, but now, hey, that just ain't going to happen. Playing games behind closed doors just won't work, as they have said. Too many important games this time of the year. Maybe we end the season now, hey, it's just a game. You know what?
You're right.
Degs, you're right. You make a good point there. There are, and that's it. Just make a good point. I said, just heard you talking about dogs being on a lead and having to look out for others that aren't. Jesus, the amount of dirty looks I get off people on my estate because my dog has to have a muzzle on to go out is unreal. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you know what? My dog has a halty because his head's so strong, and he pulls with it, really pulls, and it almost looks at times like he's got a muzzle on, but it's not. It's so we can control them. You do get some bad looks, like. Degsy says also, on a purely selfish reason, I live in a care home due to being quite poorly, really, and I live here with 30 other residents. It is scary for us all. I can imagine, mate.
Are you not going to go to Derby, Degs? No.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Same. Just asking, because obviously you're thinking about yourself and the other 30 people. It's difficult, isn't it?
Call it all off. Jake Ablett, we'll call it off. Steve Hardy says, hi lads, non-football related and long one, I'm afraid, but have you guys got or had any fears, phobias that have really affected your lives? Here's my story, okay? Always had a real fear of driving. All my mates learned to drive and I didn't, partly because I didn't have any interest in cars, but mainly because I had a serious fear of driving, a proper phobia. Never had a single lesson until my 40s. Had a handful of lessons about 3 years ago. I hated it so much it made me physically ill and put me off even more. Then about 6 months ago, decided to give it another go. As being a non-driver stopped me getting promoted. any higher than the deputy manager I currently am. Today, at the age of 48, I passed my test.
Yes,
The first attempt. One of the proudest moments of my life, being on a high all day and will be all night on a high until Monday night. Also means I might be able to get to some more games now, because since moving to Bootle, from Bootle to Loughborough 10 years ago, I can only get back 3 times a season, so maybe I can pop up and see you lads in the studio next season. Good stuff, Steve. Do you know what? My first ever driving lesson, I came in after it was sick. It just made me feel physically sick. Yeah. The nerves that I'd built up beforehand came out afterwards.
Yeah.
But I'm going to watch Everton become a bit of a phobia.
It has, yeah.
It really has, honestly. It's one of the only things.
It's the stress of it.
Weirdly as well, the older I get, the more scared I get of flying.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Weird. The older I get,
I never bother me. Never ever bother me ever. Now I don't really like it. It won't stop me going anywhere, but I don't really like it.
Because I look at them and go, that's magic. That's literally magic how that thing flies in the air.
I do that when we land. Say that was magic.
And the worst thing was, I started watching the new series of The Twilight Zone last night. I think it's been around for a year or so. And the first one's about a plane. And it's like, it's weird, and I was watching it thinking, yeah, I'm going on a plane journey.
You literally made me worse when we went to Germany. I'm quite calm.
Yeah, but that to me on the way back was ridiculous. The heat was absolutely incredible, and it was just an overfilled flight with loads of men who were boiling hot. And I'm the kind of person who, like, if one person, like, does something, I react to it, and it was just, it got me right on edge, you know? And it was boiling though. It was. And they were like, turn the heating down. They were like, oh, we can't. I was like, okay. It just stressed me.
Spiders, I don't want.
Yeah, I mean, that's natural, isn't it? I mean, it's just a natural fear. Gobshites.
We are on YouTube.
It's not a swear word. There's literally, like, I know there's a need for them, but there's not a need for some of them, is there? Like, some of them ones in your house are sound, they do cobwebs, they catch the flies, they look after your garden. Some of those ones in, like, the Amazon, there's no need for them.
Some of the ones in your house, there's no need. Why are they that big?
Stop it!
Why are they that big?
They're not, though, just got loads of legs.
They're big, some of them are big, right? And I've thrown them out, because you always get like a thing, lash it out. Some of them turn around and run back at you. What are you doing?
I'm not being funny. If someone kicked you out of your house, would you?
It's not. Whoa. It's house.
Yeah.
Hasn't paid me a penny.
Neither's your kids.
I chose to have me kid. I didn't choose to have the spider.
No, I know, but there's people.
No, mate.
I'm just going to say there's people out there who didn't choose to have their kids.
Well, that's fine, but I'm talking about spiders. If it stayed out the way, in the shadows, out the way.
Well, they do.
They don't, mate.
Oh, they do.
Hang on. Picture the scene. You sat there in your living room.
Yeah.
Maybe you're playing PES.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's a nice night, quiet, and the next minute out the corner of your eye, you see that little thing.
I can imagine you go.
And the next minute I go, and I'm on the frigging couch. And then I'm thinking, what can I get it with? And when I look back, fucking gone.
Don't you
Absolutely. Where's it gone? Where's it gone?
Don't you think, though, that there's loads of spiders? Like I told you this before, didn't I? Like, so, do you reckon? The thing about spiders is, there's enough spiders in the world that if the...
See them coming, though, wouldn't you? Big gang of them.
Could you do anything about it? You just said you couldn't see it when it ran away from you.
Yeah, no, if they're coming at you.
What if a
spider
comes
to ours with an honest club, I'm gone, that's it.
Riding a battered sausage.
It's done. Oh my God, I'm done. Oh, I hate them. I've started sweating. That's how much. So yeah, spiders are phobia, I hate them.
But you think about, do you ever just like find like cobwebs in your house and go, where did all these come from?
Just one around, no.
Okay. You might start doing that.
Yeah.
James said, would you rather be born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck?
Where's the elephant trunk?
Hey.
Sausage.
Battered sausage.
Graham Price said, hi lads, I'd just like to say that I'm one of those people who fall into the vulnerable category and I've taken upon myself not to go to matches while there's viruses out there. Barry Stevens says, can't see the game going ahead on Monday. We're booked in for a stadium tour on Tuesday and I've received an email today saying the dressing rooms and lounges will be a no-go. If that's already...
Isn't that
so
mad?
hang on, if that's already set up for the day after, how will he be letting 40,000? So what's the point then? Cancel the hold. What's the point?
Because the club are waiting for the league to tell them instead of the club just going, We
we're not
don't
playing.
believe this should go ahead and get it sorted.
That's just ridiculous.
Um,
I mean, it's the right thing, but it's ridiculous. They need to make a decision.
Let's have a look. Derek Hooton says, I'm sat here laughing at the day trip holiday to Chester. God, I would cycle there from Smithdown when I was a kid. We had cycle clubs then. Get the young lad in the armed forces and you... He's trying to get you enlisted. Get him to Afghanistan. He's never lived. Get the young lad in the armed forces. He could travel to other countries, get wrecked in every language, and basically run himself every nationality of young lady, old lady, boys, depending on his way of life.
See, Matt?
What's his name?
Degsy.
This is Degsy's
Get
boss.
him down to St Helens.
Degsy's
Oh my
inviting
God.
you to St Helens to see the St Helens
Thing
match.
is, though,
Everyone there.
what I would say, Degs, is, though, what I would say is that,
I like the innocence of Matt.
no, what I would say is, though, you can do
He's
all that
excited.
stuff without going in the army.
I know, but Degsy's an ex-forces.
No, I know
so
he is, and I know.
he's
But I'm saying, the
experienced that
world's
way in
slightly
life.
different
Yeah,
now.
it
It's
is,
like
yeah.
you can do that without
I
going
know,
in the
but
army
it's
now.
just- yeah.
You know,
All right.
what I'm saying.
The dude arrested for licking on the train happened in Belgium. I'm sure it's in it's
Adam Lilford says, been having a day-long debate with Facebook keyboard warrior how slagging off Tom Davis the match week in and week out when he plays is not acceptable. In terms of fan negativity towards players, we are up there with the worst. I almost feel like some of them hope for Davis to have a bad game just so they can stick the boot in. Oh, they do.
yeah.
I've said loads of times, no problem with having a chat about players and going through it, but it's when it becomes like just personal attack. Someone before, and I had to get rid of it on one of our videos, was just calling Sidibe a C word, and it's just like, well,
No need
no,
for it.
why? He's had a few bad games and he mightn't be good enough to play for Everton in the future, but he might be the nicest man on earth for all you know. And you're making personal attacks. It's not needed.
Why do people
It's not needed.
just like feel like they have to be like that? You don't like him or you don't think he's good enough, just that's it, that's your opinion, but you don't have to go in on people on social media and stuff. Come on. Sharp player for now.
Let's have a look. Oh. The Human Toad says, would you rather have edible spaghetti hair or sweat maple syrup? See, I'd rather have the spaghetti hair
Edible spaghetti
because
hair.
you can cut it, you can style it, but you can't really control sweating.
And you can eat. So
Yeah.
you're not going to go hungry.
Yeah, but you can't really control sweating, so you're sitting there,
And it'd
you know,
be
like
sticky,
you.
maple
If I
syrup.
start about spiders,
And orange
and then the
club.
next one, and then you think about it, you're like sweating maple syrup. Can I resist the
Licking it.
sweet taste of licking your face? And the next
And then
minute, coronavirus. So
Definitely spaghetti hair. Does a couple of things.
Will Cook says, would you rather fight 5 Bernard-sized Yerry Minas or a Yerry Mina-sized Bernard? Again, no.
I'd have to go for the
I'd have to go for the one.
Yeah, imagine Bernard, Yerry Minas.
I'd have to go for the one.
Amazing. Amazing.
Some people claim you eat a couple of spiders a year,
No,
them
don't.
going into your mouth while
Don't.
you're asleep.
Don't. I sleep with a coronavirus mask on, just to stop spiders getting at me. If a spider turns up trying to get in my mouth with a battered sausage and an orange club, I'm gonna be fuming. I mean, these are the real questions.
These are the real questions.
This is what this is it.
These are the real questions.
Danny Minogue said that all those years ago, and it's right.
Did
Yeah, Steve the Steak said C1 bus from Liverpool to Chester past Ellesmere Port, Cheshire Oaks, Chester Zoo. That's the road trip. Yeah, Matty.
I was on it.
There you go.
Having a spider with orange club for legs.
That, I mean, someone said that.
Yeah.
Evil. I will be sweating maple syrup if this carries on.
Where would you like to live, Matt?
St Helens.
LA.
Warrington.
LA. Yeah.
LA.
Little Orton.
Skem.
Little Acton in Skem.
Dosbeck says Rosenberg away. I would imagine that was his best away trip.
Awesome.
Everton Nomad says best trip Ukraine for sure.
The Ukraine metalist Kharkiv.
Celtic Vape says, been watching your vid with the originals. How about a Celtic type crew for Bramley Moor? You mean like the standing area? Well, I think that's what they're aiming for, isn't it? I think that's what they're aiming for.
Yeah.
Boy McLeod says, if the season were to cancelled, I would almost certainly die of laughter.
He also says he's with us on flying. I was okay in my youth, but stopped 5 years ago after a bad trip back from Tenerife. We'll never get on a plane again, did he say?
Yeah, we'll never get on a plane again. You got it right first time.
Okay. You scared of flying, Stick?
Love flying.
Yeah.
I actually really like
You're
it.
weirdo.
I actually find it quite relaxing.
Yeah.
Don't know why,
Not
but
worried about.
nah.
I can't
crashing or
sleep.
nothing like
I feel
that,
every
no.
bump.
Brilliant. That's brilliant, mate.
No, it's
Yeah, I
good.
don't know.
I'm all right. Once I'm on it, I'm all right. To be honest, I'm all right. It's just when there's turbulence, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
And I don't like the night. I'm not panicking when we go there, but I'm not. That,
Yeah.
When I'm on it, doesn't bother me.
No.
But I just don't like the turbulence.
Yeah.
I really don't. I'm getting worse. But
Yeah,
it won't stop me going.
I've had a few bad ones before when travelling back from Australia. That was
Yeah,
bad.
that's
on
what I
the
was
way
going
back.
to say. But I knew that, like, flying to and from Australia.
Yeah, that's like, you have to like put yourself in a mental state, don't you? Because you think
Yeah.
about it, you fly to like Paris or somewhere like that, it's an hour, and you get yourself mentally prepared for up and down. But when you go like a long haul, you've got to just mentally prepare yourself, haven't you, for... Like when we went to Switzerland on the coach, I don't think we were mentally prepared for it, because we'd never done that long. We were mentally prepared.
I'm mentally prepared never to do it again.
Yeah, I'm mentally prepared.
Gary Ward.
Gary Ward, how much has the Spider spent on Fortnite?
Do you want an update?
Go ahead, let's have an update.
It was 843.
Oh my god! Oh my god. So, if any viewers are not aware, Baz's son ran up a Fortnite bill of £840 odd.
In 6 days.
6 days. Buying loot boxes or whatever they're called.
The discussion with PlayStation who don't get back to you, and Epic who were like, oh, just answer these questions. Like mad.
Kane says, do you think this coronavirus will end up going like whatever happened in Bird's Step? I do believe that the apes will start talking and will probably kill us all off. And you know what? So be it.
But the one that the Peter eats one.
You piece of Elon Musk has launched a thing for Mars today, so he already knows. See, that's what you've got to start worrying, haven't you? When the people with the money who are part of like the secret circles and Germany, because of family commitments, Greta Thunberg, she knows.
Gary Ward has said a few college basketball conferences have cancelled the tournaments over here. Yeah. So it's all starting. The Premier League it'll happen, it'll just be probably next week. I can't not go if it's on, but hoping it's cancelled. It's possible for me here to keep it to myself. That's Degsy, who's talking about the derby, obviously, on Monday. Refresh that.
I will do. I'm just having a look on here.
Human.
Sing everything you say. I'd rather sing everything I have to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stuart says pen. But rumour says you are banned from most pubs around the ground. That's all the nonsense, Stuart, because I don't go in the pubs in the ground and I'm such a nice person, there'd be no reason to ban me.
Jono Fantastical.
Is he the same person said I was banned from pubs in Wrexham or something?
Yeah, he's got a thing with the Baz, my son's done me for £450 of worth of V-Bucks. The only reason he stopped was that he'd emptied my account.
But what did he...
Jono Fantastical.
No, hang on. What if you had to sing every word in the style of R. Kelly's, though?
Okay, let me find that.
He said no!
Oh my God. For £843, I'd make him wear a Liverpool shirt for a year. I say no, he said yes, especially when he's clearing the car and the windows doing the rain. You're in the rain. I said no. I said move. She said no. I said why? What's the R. Kelly musical for that? There was one up here that was right good, and you've ruined it.
Yeah, this is why Toby says this is why loot boxes and microtransactions are terrible. See, I told you.
They are. It's a disgrace.
Have you ever heard of, what's that? Spiders under goats? Oh, where's that gone? That really looked like a really interesting question.
Stop doing that. I hate the way it does that. Right, I'm going to see. Yeah, Terry McAllister says, the eating spiders thing is a myth. There is no evidence supporting it.
Well, it wouldn't be
Thank you, baby Jesus.
You vet them, Terry?
Does he mean baby Jesus Siegel?
Baby Jesus
Maybe.
Seagull. You vet them?
Maybe. Okay. Where was the goats and spiders? I don't even like the sound of that.
Goats and
Someone
spiders.
better not have been saying spiders are the goats, otherwise that's it.
I.S. Moore says, would you rather live in the Wirral with a proper Scouse accent or live where you live with a bad Wolves accent?
I'd rather live where I live with a bad Wolves accent than live in the Wirral.
Steve's the living embodiment of that.
Yes. Steve's got a bit of a Wirral accent though.
Because he's from the Wirral.
I'm from the Wirral
He's
originally.
got a
what I'm
proper
saying.
will. So
He's not the embodiment.
he grew
of
up
that.
with
He hasn't
people whose
got
dogs were called Aldo. And we went to watch Rovers.
The Rovers.
We went to watch the Rovers.
Up the Rovers.
Up the Rovers with Aldo. Taking my dog Aldo for a walk. That's how they talk in the Wirral.
Okay.
I'm taking my dog. We're going down the Headswall.
I convinced my mate on Sunday that he was a Tranmere fan, that the Premier League was rigged. He's like,
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
Go on, what was
Have you, Everton Nomad, have you heard of spider goats? They have spiders. They have
Spider
spider
goats?
silk out of the udder.
No, never heard of that because it doesn't. I don't think that's
I
a
don't
real
believe
thing.
that's not real.
Yeah.
Ellis says, Baz, would you rather have a battered sausage flavoured Orange Club or an Orange Club flavoured battered sausage?
An Orange Club flavoured battered sausage, because the flavour wouldn't be Orange Club, which makes me sick.
I thought the whole thing made you sick though.
It does, but he's given me a choice. I've got to choose
So
one
you
or the
can't
other.
have to. Okay.
I've just seen one here. Here's a tough one from Stevie G. You can attend every game you want, but Everton never win the league. Or Everton win the league, but you're never allowed to go to the game.
Never allowed to go to the game.
Yeah, as long as Everton were winning. Empty grounds will happen sooner rather than later. That's from Toby.
Philip MacDonald says, imagine millions of spiders eating you to death.
No thanks, Phil. Phil, strangely enough, no thanks, mate. I'm sat here, I'm quite happy. I don't want to think about that. Cheers.
Stuart says, funny when Scousers say R. Kelly. Stuart says out to himself as not being Scouse.
I know, but
that's
why is
we
it
know.
funny when we say, R. Kelly?
There's a midget. Yeah, what's...
Spider
A
goat.
spider goat.
There you go.
I mean, it doesn't look too terrifying. That's basically a goat with a Spider-Man costume on.
It is. Let's go back over to the old Patreon.
I've just seen it.
Patreon.
Not only was there a man in the cupboard, the man was vertically challenged.
Derek says, try flying a 50 feet through the Lake District in a tornado backseat at twice the sound of speed. Believe
Twice
me.
the speed of sound.
Whatever.
Obviously.
Believe me, you go through a box of brown paper sick bags. Degs, you were in the forces, we know.
Stop. No thanks, Degs.
I'd like that. Because that would be different. That wouldn't be like being on a plane. That would be being in a fighter plane. Would you? This is from Anthony. He says, would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
You're staying warm, aren't you?
Yeah, but what about in the summer?
Well, you've got scales in the summer. They'll always be checking your weight.
Ugh.
Like that one, Bill.
Sol says, favourite away ground outside the Prem in England? Leeds.
Outside the Prem in England?
Yeah.
Ooh, hello. I don't like Leeds.
Oh,
I know, but that was a joke about them being out the Prem.
No, I know. I was thinking.
Would have been Villa Park till this. It'd be Villa Park next season.
I like Hillsborough.
yeah, me too.
It's like an old-fashioned ground.
My first ever away game,
Yeah,
man.
I like there, and I don't mind. I don't mind. Well, actually, I do. I like the City ground, Nottingham Forest ground.
Yeah.
Mal Young
really
says,
like that.
how come spitting hasn't been banned at football matches? I'm sure it has been banned. If it's the people...
Well, the players do still.
Yeah, but of course they do, because you have to. Ped and Baz, did you see that E3 video game convention got cancelled? I did see that,
Yeah. Well, thing he pulled out first, hadn't he? Was it EA said they weren't going, and then someone else said they weren't going. And so, basically, they're always going to do that, aren't they?
Aaron said...
Tara K, Craven Cottage.
Aaron said, did anyone get cast as an extra in Batman? Because Batman's filming in Liverpool. And I never got the call back, and I'm devastated. I wanted to be in Batman.
Just sent them a screen thing.
Well, Aaron actually said to me he thinks I was too intimidating.
Yeah.
He probably would have thought I was like actually either Batman or one of the main villains in it because of my dominance on screen.
Really?
Yeah, he basically said the alpha.
Where's he seeing you dominate a screen?
Well, just in general.
Just when you do nerds.
He just my general alpha-ness would have maybe.
I think it might have been your general.
I've left Robert Pattinson.
That's probably they've gone. No thanks. 3 concerts have already been cancelled where I live because of the flan virus. That's in Dosberg.
Yeah, listen, the Premier League should just be cancelled. It's just money. It's just money. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, Stephen G wants to know which of the Championship sides would you like to come up this season?
None. I couldn't care less about any of them. Any of them. I don't even know who's in the top 3. I don't even know who's in that league.
I would like to see Preston, Nottingham Forest, and Brentford.
Yeah, cool.
Come on. No, Stuart, I've never punched a horse in the face of footy. Why would I? Horses are sound.
What if it was
And I'm not a Geordie.
What if it was a horse made out of Orange Club?
And spiders.
No, just Orange Club.
So not a real horse.
No, it was a real horse, but it was made.
Well, I wouldn't want to touch it, would I? Why would I want to punch it? Because the Orange Club might go on my fist.
What if you have to though for the sake of?
Why would I want to punch a horse?
What if the horse was trying to put its orangey goodness on you, right?
Absolutely, I wouldn't. It's a horse.
So you'd let the horse attack you?
Why is it going to attack me?
Because it wants to. It wants to.
He said at the match, I'm going the match.
What if you were going the match?
And the horse wants
to come up towards you.
Why would it want to attack?
Because it just likes the look of you.
Because it can sense the fear from you.
It could sense that you were a non-lover of Orange Club and it was protecting its other Orange Club family members that you'd been attacking by going, I hate Orange Club. It'd seen it, took it out of context on YouTube and gone, what an absolute idiot.
Really? Is that what it's seeing, yeah? So what, we had to stop doing things or issue?
I'm just saying, it took it out of context because you'd started having a go at members of the Orange Club family.
Oh, right, yeah.
And this horse was like, I'm going to take it upon myself. If I ever see you in public, say it to me face.
So is this,
No, I'm asking you. So what happens if...
Is this like a metaphor in case you see
So
any
what
man
happens
babies?
if real life, this Orange Club horse come up to you and you would you be prepared to punch it?
I'd let it have a go at me first so that it was self-defense.
But what if like, it overpowered you? And
then if it overpowers me, doesn't it?
But then what happens if it overpowered you though, and one of the side effects of that, it was like, started being sick into your mouth with Orange Club?
I close my mouth.
You can't because you're now...
Oh, shut up! I can't. This is getting worse by the second.
All you have to say is, yes, I would punch it in the face.
No, I'm not going to punch a horse.
What are your thoughts on horse violence?
Horse violence?
Yeah.
Listen, if they've got beef, it is beef with horse, isn't it? If they've got beef, that's up to them. I don't want to get in the middle of it, that's up to them.
I don't see nothing wrong with a bit
Are you sure that's not just horseplay?
Michael Barrett says a horse at the match tried to eat his sister's candle. Cardi. I don't know why she'd have a candle. Cardi. She was wearing it. Funny as.
Well, maybe it liked the Cardi. Cardi was an Inter Milan fan. Well, PSG.
Toby B says, are you fans of sushi? I am, yes. I love sushi. I love sushi.
I don't like hate it, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it. I don't go home and sing sushi songs.
Carl J says, spider chocolate orange. It's got the body of a spider, the mind of a chocolate orange.
You people are weird. Weird.
I found all the orange twirls.
Oh, did you?
In the cupboard, yeah.
Steve brought them about 3 years ago in an away game.
I found them all.
Ped took them home.
My missus put them somewhere safe.
So as I say, they just on Sky News, and they're saying 200 people in the last 24 hours have died in Italy.
Yeah.
In the last 24 hours.
All with underlying health problems all over.
I don't know, that's 827 it's up to in Italy now.
Yeah.
We were dead.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
No. 1878.
Not the oldest population in the world.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
1878, ST says, my uncle got brand new gazelles and a horse stood on all over them. I mean, I wouldn't be worried about my trainees.
Did your uncle punch the horse after this happened?
I'd be more worried about my feet.
Yeah. Yeah. A horse standing on your feet would literally break your toes.
Ellis says, the real question is though, what about mint clubs?
Yeah, don't mind mint clubs, they're alright. They're okay.
What if it was a horse?
A horse made of mint clubs,
Yeah.
and what did they have to do? Well, it wouldn't bother me, a horse.
You had to make sweet passionate.
For what reason? I need to understand
Because,
the
right,
ground rules.
basically,
Sweet,
someone said
passionate
to you, there's a horse over there made of mint club,
Yeah.
right? And you've got to give it a big hug, but it's got coronavirus, right? And if you do, we'll let you off with your son's Fortnite bill.
And you've also got to eat the
But no,
batter.
because I'd be endangering other people, wouldn't
I'm
I? I'd just rather...
And the
I don't
horse.
know.
I'd rather have to
Keep the
pay
bill.
the bill.
And the horse will have a battered sausage as well.
Well, no, I'll just have to keep the bill.
And its son is made of orange club, who's going to come and back it up if you don't punch it in the face. Because it's like, well, if you're not going to punch it, we'll just have you off. Because it's not intimidating.
I have to hug it now, I've got to punch it. You need to get your story straight. You need to get your
No,
scenario
no,
straight.
because you're hugging it. The little baby orange club horse is like, what are you
The
hugging?
baby orange club horse.
What are
I
you-
thought you had a brother.
What are you hugging my dad for? Is there something going on here?
Say there is.
Interhuman mint club horse relationship.
Maybe.
My mum's gonna go mad.
What's the mum made of?
She's just a plane.
She's just a normal horse.
She's just a digestive
As long as
horse.
she's not a spider, then it'll be alright.
This has gone weird.
It has gone weird. How many likes are we up to? 'Cause they've probably gone down since you horsed us off.
143.
It's got to be 150. There's 250, but it's got to be 150. Come on, finish with a couple of Everton questions.
Okay.
Baz, chairman of the Sushi fan club, knew it all along.
James
It's right, Toby.
Oh.
James just put it on and gone, what?
People have stopped asking football questions. They're more interested in horseplay now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go. Let's just see. Gary Ward says, didn't you have a discussion about animal
Yes,
cruelty?
Gary, we did.
But
Gary, can we just dissect this? Who's the animal cruelty coming
no,
from?
I know. But what we're talking about here is,
Tommy with the same brush.
hang on,
Gary.
if a scorpion came to attack you and you stood on it, would that be animal cruelty?
Is a scorpion an animal?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
everything's an animal.
It's an insect.
Well, it still counts. There you go. I think
James Jenkins, our new shirt sponsor, should be Free Club. See, I don't mind Free Club.
yeah. Toby B says, question regarding Baz's son Fortnite story. Did Baz have his credit card stored on PlayStation?
Is this me missus?
No, it's Toby B.
Because yeah, I'm grounded longer than me lad is. Yeah, basically. But basically, I bought him a battle pass the other week, and I was in a rush, so I put it in, bought him it, and went back to what I was doing, and yeah, it's stored on there. It's not anymore, needless to say. So yeah.
Yeah. So your lad just thought he was getting a free hit, didn't he, basically?
Yeah, he basically was just like, oh, this is sad. How come I can keep getting these? This is great.
Right. Bareback Barbarians FC.
Okay.
And the mad thing is, he asked a dead sensible question. He says, what's the most important position for Everton to buy?
Centre midfield player for me.
Orange Club horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, centre midfield. Energy, with
Like
energy.
a Mal Young.
And energy.
Mal Young spoken like a true blue nose.
Yeah. If we were 20 points ahead in the league, it would definitely get called off.
yeah.
It would.
Yeah, be cancelled. Has it been done the other week?
Here's a good one. Ios Mar says, who would you prefer at Everton out of Grealish or Maddison?
Oh, God. Jesus.
Grealish.
An orange club.
Grealish.
Grealish. By a mile.
Oh.
One can actually play. One
Stephen
just
G
thinks he can
says,
play.
oh, Baz, we got you to 150 likes to ease your pain.
Is right, Steve. Is right. Is right. Last refresh on Patreon, and then it's time to go.
It is. It's time to go. Spiders don't get swallowed. They sense the CO2 in your breath and get off. What if they've got no choice? What if they're just minding their own business? You know, they're just taking a path across your lip. You know, like that. and then you go,
Suck it
and
in.
you suck it in. You've just sucked in a spider. Is that why you don't wake up in the morning feeling hungry? What would you rather swallow in the middle of the night?
Oh,
A
God.
battered sausage, an orange club, or a spider?
And we're not going to know about any of them.
No, you're not going to know.
Orange Club.
Okay.
Jeez.
What if it was
I'm going home.
What if it was a battered sausage, but it was attached to the Orange Club horse?
I'm glad you're amusing yourself. I
It's
really
funny.
am.
It's entertainment, isn't it? It's entertainment. It's all we've got nowadays. Entertainment.
The people will decide if it's
Well,
entertaining.
the people will decide. But you know what? It's funny. It's entertaining. We're having a bit of a laugh. That's all we're doing. We're trying to sell hoodies as well.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
It's not our fault. We ask for questions, and these are the questions we got.
Boss, it's
No,
good.
these are the
It's
questions.
Good. It's just that it's time to go.
It is time to go. Big thank you to everyone for watching.
Big thanks to Steve. Why the camera not on Steve?
Nah,
Big
don't
thanks
worry.
to Steve.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm needy. Yeah, and we'll be back tomorrow on Patreon. If you're on Patreon, check us. If you're not on Patreon, why aren't you on Patreon? Why aren't you on Patreon?
For more
Think about it.
Orange
Think
Club
about it.
flavoured
For the-
stories.
You know what, right? Think about it, right? Do you know when we all get kept at home and we've got no choice and you've run out of stuff to watch on Netflix? We'll be here. We'll be here.
Will we be here?
Yeah, we'll be here. We're
just
coming in.
masked up.
We'll
I mean, we've coped with Tom for years.
be here to entertain you. And that surely has got to be worth £3 a month. It's got to be. Or if you order a hoodie after you've joined, you get 25% off, which will cover the cost of Patreon for a month. So by buying a hoodie, you're getting this for free for a month to trial it. Oh, winner, winner.
One or the other.
There you
In
go.
the derby, Baz should eat an Orange Club live on air. And a battered sausage. at
And
the
a
same
spider.
time.
There you go.
And we'll get a spider off the
There you go. We'll see you later.
Shut up, Steve.
It's mad.